do whatever it is I do to survive.
This is the real deal. This ain't television. People do anything they can to survive.
Sometimes when you get down, it's pretty darn hard to get up again.
Living in the streets ain't no joke.
It's my first time being homeless. It's no fun.
Well, homelessness is a big problem.
For the homeless people living on the streets of Baltimore, there is no milk and honey. There are no roofs, nor any heat, save for what the sun provides. Over the course of 2 months, we interviewed several individuals living on the streets of Charm City. Through their stories, it became evident that what frustrates them most is the lack of something more basic, yet more important than any roof or resource: tolerance.
It's like my feet on this ground, just how they look at you, and don't walk past them because they're scared to touch you.
You're walking up to them and you're talking to them and they completely ignore you like you're trash, like you don't even exist because you're a lower class of them, you know?
So that's not right. I mean, they consider because we sit here like we are nothing and nobody. You know, like we ain't got nothing to live for, or they greater because they work in a high-rise building and they making money, or they see us in out here as drunks and crackheads and addicts.
I mean, I've been robbed and beat up, just beat up by people that being ignorant, young boys, all my clothes got stolen where I had them stashed, It's rough.
You got people out here walking around robbing you, beating you to death. When I close my eyes sometimes at night, I can't sleep. I pray because I don't know what's going to walk over top me or what's going to walk around me.
And people will come down here and to see homeless people in boxes and set them on fire. Burn them up in the boxes.
I mean, hey, could you imagine sleeping on this bench 2 o'clock in the morning, not know if someone's going to smack you in the head with a brick?
16 youngsters come by and throw some human shit on me, man.
When you turn off that little camera you got there and you walk around that corner at night and you walk up to that store and you hear all them boys jumping on you, then you know what the homeless is about. When I lay on that little corner there, I ask God to bless me and help me to not let them people beat me up.
The city of Baltimore has a number of homeless shelters, but they are often overcrowded, ill-maintained, and underfunded. On any given night, there are 3,000 to 4,000 people on the streets or in shelters.
It seems like there'll be more programs in the city as big as this for the homeless, at least for someone for them to sleep, nothing else. You got mothers that don't have nowhere to go, and you got children laying on benches. It's a lot of things that's going on, and the shelters are getting full every day. So a lot of people are getting turned away. Not just one day, every day. Last time we were in a shelter, you can't lay down. You got to sit in the chair. You actually make it pumping. Imagine it's like, you lay down, boy, you have to go. I don't care how cold it is or whatever. The shelter situation is hot out here, and majority of them does not have any air conditioning.
I'm going to home shelter in winter months. But in summer, man, it's hot and it's fire only because you got a lot of people going in. Homeless people don't like to take a bath, man. And it's just fire only burning your nose, and sometimes you can catch some kind of disease, get sick.
You gotta walk around with the same clothes and not taking a bath sometimes a month, sleeping in an alley with rats. You got to tie your food up somewhere, like where the rats won't get it.
I know they have different shelters and stuff like that that are out and about, but a lot of it, you hear pretty much bad things about the shelters, and that's why a lot of people don't go and stay out. They'd rather be out on their own anyway.
Not long ago, many of these people had jobs, a stable living arrangement, and families and friends to turn to. But through addiction, health issues, or just plain bad luck, they have found themselves out on the streets.
Where I used to work, there was a dentist
that got caught up on drugs, and his wife left him, and everybody left him, and he was homeless.
There's a state trooper up here that's homeless because he shot a boy in the county. He killed him. The boy was reaching in his pocket to get a lighter. He thought he was getting a gun, and now he's got head problems, so he became homeless.
A lot of people that's out here is out here because they even lost their job, and some people just have lower income, you know. And then you got the minimum wages, you know. They were saying they were going to raise the minimum wages. Minimum wage is still the same, but the cost of living in Baltimore is kind of high.
Lost my job, and eventually me and my girlfriend started breaking up, and I started using drugs because of my hand, and then that's when I got on the street, started living on the street, because I lost everything. I get up sometimes and just cry, man, because it's like I lost everything I had, mostly my family. It's like I can't, people I used to be able to turn to with my problems. I just wish I was there with them. Tired of waking up every day having to do this.
Building and staffing shelters are a vital part of the effort to alleviate the suffering of homeless people. But these initiatives require major funding and a concerted will by a government that at times has other priorities. The real difference makers should be us, the members of the community in which they live. Some of us have the means to help, whether it be assisting an individual in finding employment, donating clothes, organizing a food drive, or working with local charities and providing aid. But all of us have within our power the greatest tools of change: tolerance and compassion.